Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Detex MS-2049S surface mount magnetic. Okay, the surface mount switch. Got it removed here on my desk. Let's go over it now. First, you've got the frame portion. The frame portion is going to include the surface mount box, and then of course the wired portion of the magnetic switch or contact switch. Okay, you've got your wire leads here. Maximum contact rating 24 volts at a half amp. This is the frame portion. This plate, this cover box is distinctly different than the others. So this is the one that will go on the frame. And then of course your magnet or your contact switch, your switch, is going to sit in there just like that. Let's go over the dimensional properties of the item. Overall height or width of the box itself is about 5 1/8. The depth, about 1 inch and 9/16, and then the thickness looks like it's about 7/8. Now here is the door portion. There'll be 3 pieces involved. There's going to be the mounting bracket that will mount to the face of the door. This plate contact is going to mount just like this. Then you're of course going to have your cover plate so that you'll finish off your installation just like that. Okay? So these 2 pieces are going to make contact obviously like this, whether they're mounted vertically or horizontally. It won't really matter at all. There is, let me give you the dimensional properties of the door portion as well. I'm going to lose the magnet portion and the filler or the mounting plate because it won't affect the overall dimensions. Height or the width again about 5 1/8. Depth about 1 1/2. Thickness of the item about 1 1/8 inches. You're going to get some screws that will come with it, some machine screws, some wood screws. You're even going to get a couple of plastic anchors, should that be helpful to you in your installation. Okay, now there is information below this video in the extended description. Concealed wiring with color-coded 12-inch leads. Okay, for use on steel, aluminum, or wood doors and frames. Make and or break circuit applications. Maximum contact rating again 24 volts at a half of an amp. Single pole, double throw type switch. There is a link below this video to a document called Details, which is a handy reference guide that will allow you to review the item in an overview sort of fashion. I see that they're showing a mortised style that's there, which does not apply to the 2049S model, but the wiring will be appropriate for your application. There's also a link below this video to the installation instructions, and you do get those as well with it. Basically, it's just a 1-page document, and then the second page is just a template for your use when installing the material. The important part is here, that 6-inch dimension that they're referring to, because they want to have the switch as far away from the hinge as possible so that the switch can be triggered with the smallest amount of actual opening. If you've got it installed over by the hinges, it'll take a lot more to get the door open before the switch is triggered. So 6-inch from the jamb to the end of the switch is the maximum recommended distance, or 6-inch from the top down as well. They show you the door portion, they show you the frame portion stacked together, they show you the wiring shown when the door is in the secured position, and then talks about your installation, which is simple and straightforward. There's also below this video information regarding function, sensing devices to detect the opening of a door or a window, assure that a protected door is securely under surveillance, triggered for a wall-mounted Detex exit alarm. These are used in conjunction with those as well. Signal that a door has been inadvertently opened is another application of these. Direct switch to set off many kinds of audio and visual alarms. Okay, so really you're going to have an application like, let's say, a nursing home, where the floor, you want to make sure that the corridor exit doors, the stairwell doors are monitored, because you cannot have an application where there is an unauthorized exit from a facility. Perhaps think of an Alzheimer's ward. Obviously, airport terminals would use these in abundance. The ability to monitor a door remotely is where this switch is going to come in to play. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, where you can pull up not only all of There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Detex products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog. The name Detex is synonymous with door control, whether it be exit devices or exit devices with audible alarms, or those with delayed egress functions on them as well. Control over exit scenarios, that's what the name Detex is absolutely synonymous with. If you have more than an occasional involvement in the commercial hardware industry, you might want to familiarize yourself with their catalog, because Detex is one of those companies that has a very unique product line. They get into things that are very similar to what other people get into, but there are many things that are purely Detex, and so much so that the device is even known just as a Detex device. So I'm thinking of the ECL230D would be an exit device model. You can't have lived more than a few years before you're going to see plenty of those in existence. So the link to the product catalog will hopefully be of help to you. Any questions on the MS2049S surface mounted magnetic switch or any other Detex product, please feel free to reach out to us.